Welcome, everyone. This is Ekaterina Konovalova with Martechify. Martechify is a community of marketing professionals interested in digital marketing, Martech, and AI. And I'm excited to welcome to our show today Kellie Richter, who is the Chief Operating Officer at First Command Financial Services. Kellie, welcome to our show.
So happy to be here and so nice to see you, Ekaterina. It's been too long.
Yes, yes. So, let's talk about First Command. You have very impressive resume and you worked at different financial organizations. So what attracted you to your current company?
So thank you for the question. I have, believe it or not, going on, let's see now, 36 years in financial services since my first job out of college, being at Ameriprise, and then moving on to AIG, and then Behringer and Pravasi Capital, an alternative investment firm, and now bringing me to my current role at First Command, where I've been 9 years this month, believe it or not. And what attracted me to First Command, it was interesting. When I first started working here, I was recruited from my last company, and what attracted me was the company's mission, coaching those who serve in their pursuit of financial security. It was almost like full circle for me, because straight out of college, I started at what is now known as Ameriprise, but at that time known as IDS Financial Services, very much a Midwestern company serving Middle America. And the appeal of coming to an organization that is working to build wealth as opposed to manage wealth already established in many cases was really appealing, and especially as it relates to our military market and those who serve our country. So it was a great opportunity for me to join a firm with a great mission. In addition to that, they really needed help on the marketing side. The brand awareness very low, even among our core market. And as a result, lots of opportunity to generate more awareness and connect more directly with our market in a marketing role where I could really make a difference. So those things combined, opportunity to make an impact alongside of a really great company and culture, were the reasons I joined First Command Financial almost 9 years ago.
And can you tell any interesting stories about what innovations you have in the marketing or operations?
Yeah, and maybe I'll talk about one that really bridges kind of my marketing background to the role I now hold at First Command. So I joined the company in late 2016 as Chief Marketing Officer. And then 3 years after that, my title became Chief Marketing and Client Experience Officer, because what I often say is your brand is who you say you are, but your reputation is what others say about you. And usually that has to do with the experience you're delivering to your clients. And what you want is that brand and your reputation to be very tightly linked. And so making sure that the experience you deliver to your clients is a positive reinforcement of your brand promise. And that really became a big focus for me. And when we talk about innovation, it really comes in terms of how we measure our client experience. And I think we do that uniquely here. And that was initiated by, first and foremost, actually doing surveys with all of our clients, then doing focus groups with many of our clients, and then doing in-person observation of not only our clients, but our financial advisors who serve them in the office, to see what behaviors really mattered to clients and what was delivering a consistent client experience that we were looking for in connection with our brand. We use those foundational insights to create a way to measure that we are actually delivering the experience our clients expect and want from First Command when they work with us. And so we have a very unique way of measuring and recognizing our financial advisors and even our in-house personnel on what it takes to deliver a great client experience. And we actually align our incentives around that so that we can become a really client-centric organization. So that's what I would call a very innovative approach to not only marketing, but also operations.
All right. And then recently we experienced government shutdown, and unfortunately we're still in the midst of it as we're recording. So how is your organization supporting? I assume some of your customers were impacted. So can you share some of it with us?
I can, yeah. And it's really difficult when you think about service members, many of whom are deployed, leaving, dependents and family members and spouses behind. In some cases, it's their single income. In other cases, they may have a dual income, but it may not meet their full family's financial needs. So that uncertainty, while someone is serving, and especially if they're deployed or away, is causes a lot of anxiety. What we have found is this, first and foremost, this isn't the first time this has happened. The last time this happened where there was a government shutdown was back in 2018. And the company was the first to provide support to affected service members who were our clients. So the first thing that we did, and we made the same offer this year, was to basically provide pay continuity for all of our clients. That means that those who chose to opt in, we could extend financial credit with zero interest for up to 6 months. In effect, investing in their bank account the amount they should have received from the government. So they never saw any disruption in their pay during the government shutdown if they opted into that. In other cases, our clients didn't really need the financial support of a paycheck for a shorter period of time, but they might have needed some financial relief, either in a loan or to be able to waive any penalty fees from, cashing out their CD early or something of that nature, or making a skip payment on their credit card for a month or two. So our bank was able to extend that type of support to clients as well. So those were helping our clients. As you know, our clients do not represent the entire military force that may have been impacted by the shutdown financially or in some other way. And so as a result of that, what we did is we reached out to the service relief organizations. These are organizations that provide financial and support relief to military families should they need it. And we provided a $5 million interest-free loan for up to 6 months to the service relief organizations so they can extend that credit to their service members in need should they need it without charging them interest. And so it was just a way that we could support the military in a way that was indirectly helping them, even if they were not clients of First Command. And so that is how we were able to support our clients during the government shutdown. And we'll continue to do so in the event this needs to occur in the future. We hope we don't go through it again.
Yes, but wow, talking about building loyalty with your clients, right? You're literally turned lemons into lemonade by showing this kind of support and care for people who are with you or even indirect customers, like you just mentioned. I'm very impressed.
Well, thank you. That is the culture. And that is the reason I work at First Command for sure.
Well, let's talk about maybe other innovations and technologies. So in addition to this big heart for people and helping those who serve us, can we talk about how you navigate the technological challenges and advancements? Every single month, something new comes out, and obviously a lot of banking is happening digitally these days. Tell us a little bit more about how you handle this digital landscape and data and AI and all these current trends and where you're headed in the future in 2026.
I am pretty certain anyone you ask on this is not going to be able to say, hey, we've got all of these in hand and we're ready to charge ahead. And the reason I'm so confident in that is I do a lot of research, I do a lot of reading, I'm connected in the industry, and everybody's talking about the same needs and challenges. But that being said, I can tell you what we're doing here, and that is I have a chief data officer who reports to me. He has in his team the functions of data management, data governance, and data architecture. He has data engineers and he has data scientists. He has the complete capabilities to manage our data effectively at First Command. Now, he is now added to his title Chief AI Officer, because really all of our AI capabilities will be built upon the data that we have, whether structured or unstructured. And so asking our Chief Data Officer to now also be our Chief AI Officer seemed to make sense. And we've structured our data and AI team now to make sure that we have the talent on the team to help build the company strategy going forward. Now, that being said, we're not an AI for AI's sake organization, and being not only a bank, but also a broker dealer and a registered investment advisor, we have plenty of obligations to make sure that we remain in compliance, safeguard our clients' data and information, and making sure we really understand the output and the outcomes driven by our data and any AI solution we may choose to implement. So our focus really is, how do we align our AI solutions to the company's strategy? And we've narrowed down 2 areas that we believe we ought to be focused in. One is operational efficiency. We have plenty of opportunities on the operational efficiency side of things to help automate a number of things that are conducted manually today that may not be essentially really value added by the folks that are performing those tasks. And how do we upskill those folks to actually support the more value added functions that we are not going to entrust an AI engine to manage for us? And so operational excellence is one area. The other area that we believe we need to be focused on is, how do we continue to enable our client centricity energies? First Command, my boss likes to say, our CEO likes to say, First Command is about, kind of 90% like a lot of other financial services firms providing financial planning and financial solutions to their clients. But we have a 10% that is uniquely First Command. And that 10% is something we really safeguard. It's our differentiation, and that is how we coach our clients. And whether that's done by our advisors, or whether that's done through digital solutions, or perhaps over the phone with one of our associates, clients need to feel like they're having a coached experience on their financial journey. So we're looking at AI enabling that unique differentiation for First Command as part of our strategy, and not just because it's cool to be, using AI tools. I think the other thing that we know is we don't intend to break or build all of this on our own. We rely on trusted partners with a lot of additional resources that we don't have, to say, hey, what can you help us do here internally, either through your insights, your experience, or perhaps even your solutions, and then figuring out where that fits in our tech stack, as well as our service offerings, to make sure that we're delivering the compliant yet differentiating solutions to our clients.
Love it. Thank you so much, Kellie.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.